Yo, it's your boy Ray on Replay, back with you for another episode 2, Dos Deuce. So I'm coming at you live and direct. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things. We're gonna talk about, of course, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. That's for one. We're gonna talk about the All-Star roster. And I just seen that, a big trade just went down, so I'll be able to give you the info and the information on that. So, when you will be catching this episode, I will be days late. So the information ain't gonna be like new. But, as I'm recording this, I'm, live seeing it now, I'm seeing the information, so I will give it to you. So let's jump right into it. Let's dive right into it. So first thing we're gonna talk about is the Super Bowl, man. Let's just get into the Super Bowl for me real quick. So the Super Bowl was Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, of course. Shout out to Andy Reid. Andy Reid got a one. Andy Reid used to be the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm very excited about that. Can't even lie that he got one before he retires. So congratulations, Andy Reid. You did a lot for us, for the Eagles. The Eagles is favorite team. So let's just talk about what happened in the Super Bowl. So, of course, I was watching the Super Bowl. Shout out my man's Chris too. I like that that bet I took from Chris. So shout out to Chris too. Of course I was watching the Super Bowl. It didn't turn out how I thought it was gonna be. It was very slow pace. The 49ers was pretty much like controlling the game. They had a plan. They was executing it very well. It was running the ball. Kansas City couldn't stop them from running the ball. And the way that Kyle Shanahan was using Deebo Samuel, the rookie wide receiver, who's built like Anquan Bolden, like 6'2", 6'3", 215, 220 pounds, like solid. So they was using him like a running back, and Kansas City couldn't do nothing about that. Like, they didn't have no answers. Then they would switch it up. Tevin Coleman, the other running back's name, I forgot. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I think it's like Rashad something, Mostard or something like that. They was using him. Like, they was just killing the running game. So, it was very tight. At halftime, it was, I want to say 10-10. Yeah, at halftime it was 10-10. Excuse me. At halftime it was 10-10. And things were like real close and tight. Kansas City, they got in the end zone once before halftime. And, my whole mind frame, and I was telling everybody at work, I'm just like, it's going to get ugly. Like, Kansas City's going to blow them out, and it's not going to be even close. Like, it's going to be an ugly game. But it turned out to be a great game. Like, it was very interesting. So, up to the third quarter, when San Francisco, they kicked the field goal, turned around, boom, they got a touchdown. Now it's 20-0. So mind you, in my head, I'm just like, San Francisco keep running the ball. Kansas City can't do nothing on offense. Like, the game is over. It's 20-10. So fourth quarter comes, I go to bed. I had to work the next morning, so I went to sleep. I think I went to bed, but I was constantly like looking at the score. So laying down in the bed, and I see it was still 20-10, but it was like 8 or 9 minutes left in the fourth. And I'm just like, man, Kansas City ain't got no chance. Boom, whatever. So, close my eyes, go to sleep, wake up the next morning. check my phone. I'm like, let me just, I know they lost. Let me just look. Check my phone, and I see 31-20. 31-20. I'm already excited because, my boy owe me money. So I won that bet. But then I'm just like, how do you score in 8 minutes? How do you score 3 touchdowns in 8 minutes? Like, this team has came back in 3 straight playoff games. They was down against Houston. Came back and won. It was they was down against Tennessee. Came back and won a game. Down against San Fran. Came back and won the Super Bowl. So as I was at work, I'm watching the highlights. It's just crazy how that team could just boom, snap in and snap on. It was mind blowing to me. But at the same time, if y'all don't know, Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers, he was the same person. He was the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons when they went to the Super Bowl and they played the Patriots. When they had that crazy dumb lead over the Patriots, I think it was like 28 to 10, 28 to 7, I don't know. Like, you blew a crazy lead. Like, it was a crazy lead. It was more than 3 touchdowns. I mean, y'all had that up by the third quarter. So, and when that happened, Kyle Shanahan was constantly trying to be aggressive. Kept throwing the ball. When you're up like 3+ touchdowns, all you have to do is run the ball. Run the clock out. Like, you're playing the GOAT. Why would you give the GOAT time? The GOAT meaning Tom Brady, if people don't know. So you're playing the GOAT. Why would you give the GOAT so much time? So, Kyle's calling the plays. He's steady being aggressive. I don't know why he's being aggressive. You're up 3+ touchdowns. I think it was like 6 minutes left in the third quarter. This is the Super Bowl of the Atlanta Falcons and Patriots. You're constantly throwing the ball. You're getting 3 and outs. What does Tom Brady do? Come down, score. Come down, score. Come down, score. Y'all end up losing the game. So, fast forward, 2020 Super Bowl. As I'm watching the highlights, Jimmy Garoppolo, to me, he's an upgraded Alex Smith. I would give you that. He's a game manager. He knows how to control the game. He's not gonna sit there and have a dual battle with you and say, okay, you want to throw for these touchdowns, I'm gonna throw for these touchdowns. Like, stick to the game plan. Like, out of those 3 playoff games, the most combined, all them 3 playoff games, I think he threw the most he threw in the Super Bowl. I think he threw like 15, 16 times. But the combined 2 playoff games that they played in the NFC Championship and then the divisional round, bro, he only threw the ball like 16 times. That's both games. The other times, they were running the ball. So when you come to the Super Bowl, what's working is you're running the ball. But for some reason, Cal wants to do the same thing that he did when he was in Atlanta. He wants to switch the game plan up and not be smart. Hey, I'm going to pass the ball. Which, to me, Jimmy ain't. Even though he was behind the GOAT, I don't think he caught on very well, because you should even do like some check downs or something. Like, I see Jimmy he'll look at 1 or 2 receivers. After that, he'll get scared, and next thing is either a sack or he's getting hurried or he's getting rushed, and you throw the ball out. So boom, 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 3 and outs. Next thing you know, you're playing against the best offense in the league, the fastest offense in the league, who can score within seconds, minutes. You give him a chance. You don't keep running the ball, because that's what's going to win you a Super Bowl. You say, no, come on, Jimmy, let's start throwing the ball. I want to get aggressive. I'm up 10 points in the fourth quarter. Let's start throwing the ball. Okay. So what happens? Patrick Mahomes, boom, they score. 2017, turn around, get another 3 and out, boom, they score again. 24-20, get another 3 and out, boom, they score again. 31-20. I think it was like 2 minutes left in the fourth. Now you're in desperation mode. Next thing you know, Jimmy gets the ball, drop back, gets hurt, throws the ball in the air, and it's an interception. I just don't understand, Kyle. To me, like, you blew 2 Super Bowls. I don't know what's up with that. Just gotta be smarter, yo. Like, better decisions. Like, stick to the game plan. Like, you was running the ball the whole game. Why would you change your mind in the fourth quarter with like 8 minutes left to say, hey, let's start passing the ball? Give Debo the ball. He was killing the whole game. The Chiefs couldn't, they had no answer for him. Give him the ball. Run the clock out. They would have had to use their timeouts. They're trying to hurry up and score. Like, come on, man, you gotta be smarter than that. But, you know, shout out to the best offense, fastest offense in the league. Shout out to the youngest quarterback, youngest player ever to win an MVP and a Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy. In your 3rd year, you won an MVP, NFL MVP. You won the Super Bowl, and you won the Super Bowl MVP. That's your 3rd year. In 3 years. In your 3rd year, you done did all that already. There's people that have been in the league for 16, 17 years. They haven't seen the Super Bowl. They haven't made the Super Bowl appearance. They haven't won no MVP. They haven't did a lot of accolades that you're already doing. So, yo, keep doing what you're doing, Patrick Mahomes. I'm rooting for you. I know that check is coming. I told somebody at work yesterday, to me, it's going to be the first $200 million deal, quarterback, and it's going to be a 5-year. I say 5-year, 250. Everybody else says 5-year, 200. I'm just throwing it out there. 5-year, 250. Reason why I say all that, your 3rd year, MVP, Super Bowl MVP. 5-year, 250. Break the bank. You have to keep him like there forever. If he can do that in your 3rd year, just imagine you sign him for another 5. Like, if he gets you like 2 or 3 within that span, 2 or 3 more Super Bowls, come on, man. And he's only like 24. He's not even like in his prime yet. He has plenty of time to develop and get better at other things. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl. You know, until next year, we'll see. Hopefully, you know, my Eagles can make some adjustments because we need like a lot of pieces, but we're not going to get into them right now. So, on to the next topic, which is, let me see, the All-Star roster. NBA All-Star roster. So, when the NBA All-Star roster came out, I was, I don't know, like I was a little iffy. The starters, I don't mind. The starters are good. I don't mind the starters. It's the reserves, like the other people that didn't get it. So on the West All-Star roster is LeBron James, of course. These are the starters. LeBron, Luka, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard. Those are the starters. That's a given. Like, I don't mind the starters. Let's go to the reserves. You have Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, question mark, Brandon Ingram, Rudy Gobert, and the Joker, Jokic. Now, to just say something about this, so let's just go in depth into the reserves. So Donovan Mitchell, of course, like, he's been going crazy. I think out of the last 20 games, the Jazz have played, they think they done won like 16, 17 of those games. They're going crazy. Like he's putting the team on his back. I know Mike Conley there, but he's been like injured and he's still like putting the team on his back and carrying the team. So that's pretty much deserved. Damian Lillard, like this last, I'm gonna say for the month of January, which I don't know why they didn't give him Player of the Month, but for the month of January, crazy. I think he was averaging like 40, 47, 48 or something. 47, 48, like 8 assists, 7 rebounds, something like that. Like he been going crazy. Like getting 61, 52, 50, like going nuts, going ham. So that's well deserved. Like you can't argue that. Russell Westbrook, you can't argue that neither. Like he's averaging like 26, 7, and 6, still putting up crazy numbers. Folks thought the numbers was gonna fall down. He was going to Houston because James Harden was there, but I mean he's gonna get his regardless. So that's not much. Brandon Ingram, he been going crazy when he went to New Orleans, which I kind of figured that anyway. He's the guy. He's the person that they call on to get a bucket. So he averaging like 26, 5, and 7, something like that. So he's putting up crazy numbers. So I mean that's a given to Rudy Gobert. They had to, they got to put some bigs in there. I don't mind him being in there. Defensive Player of the Year last year. He might can get it again this year. Like he's doing his thing. I can't argue with that. Joker, another great big. First team All NBA last year. He's still doing his thing here at Denver. So can't fault that. Now let's get into the controversy person, which is Chris Paul. Now, granted, Chris Paul that made the Thunder. Like I think their record right now, they're like 30-20. They're 7th in the West, which people thought like they wouldn't make the playoffs. That's great. Like he's doing awesome. Kudos to him. But his numbers, like he's only averaging like 17, 6 and 5. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, something like that. Like you shouldn't be no all-star, bro. Like Chris Paul, I love your game, I respect your game, but I'm just telling you from just a fan's aspect, like you shouldn't be no all-star, bro. I don't know why the coaches selected you, and they need to take this out. The new thing the coaches need to do, stop taking these winning teams and picking players from the winning teams. Like that junk is poop, it's trash. And for y'all to do something like that, like Brandon Ingram, he's not on the winning team, but y'all think that he's gonna take New Orleans to the playoffs. I don't think New Orleans not making the playoffs. It's that simple. Like the 9th, 8th, 7th, and 6th seed, like that's gonna be a toss-up. But New Orleans is not getting in there. They only won 20 games right now. They 10 games behind the 7th seed. Y'all not getting in there. It's just that simple. Take Chris Paul out, and Devin Booker should be in the All-Star game. I don't know what the NBA is doing right now, but y'all are doing some fluky stuff. Like Devin Booker is averaging 27 and 6. 27 points, 6 assists, and I think like 5 rebounds. And this ain't no first year thing. Like he should have been an all-star last year. Like this should be like his 3rd time being an all-star, bro. I just don't understand like what the NBA is doing right now. Like this junk is just mind-blowing. You can't tell me that Chris Paul is having a better year than Devin Booker. If we're going off of the best players that are supposed to be in the league, it's supposed to be the best players in the All-Star game. Why isn't Devin Booker in the All-Star game? I don't understand. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like lost for words right now. Like, that junk is just, I don't know. That junk be blowing me sometimes. Like, you don't put Devin Booker in the All-Star game, but you put Chris Paul just because the Thunder are 30-20. Like I said, we're not taking them for granted. Like, you know, you're 30-20, that's cool, but Devin Booker's having an all-star year. He's averaging 27, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. What's the discussion about? There shouldn't be a discussion. He should be all-star. That's just that plain and simple. Like, should be all-star. Wow. I just don't know. So, we're done with that for the West. Now let's look at the East. Let's look at the East roster. So the East roster contains, starters: Giannis, Joel Embiid, Kemba Walker, question mark, Siakam, I'll give him that, and Trey. No course, hands down, Trey done came from a big jump from the first year to the second year. Y'all, it's crazy. Like, he's averaging like 29 points right now. So 29, 8 assists, something like that. It's crazy. So those are our givens. Excuse me. Now let's talk about the reserves. We have Jimmy Butler. I guess you can give him that. Jason Tatum. I get that a head nod. Ben Simmons. I don't know yet. Kyle Lowry. I don't know. Sabonis. I was talking about this with my homeboy. Sabonis been hooping. He's averaging like 18 and 13. Hooping. Well deserved. Chris Middleton. I don't know. And Bam Adebayo. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the center from Miami Heat. Bam. This list doesn't sound like it has the right people on here, so I'm gonna tell you the snubs and the people who should be in here. Jimmy, I'll give you Jimmy. Jimmy can be in there. Jimmy. Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's having an all-star year. I'll give you that. That's cool. Ben Simmons. I don't know. Like, what has he? I don't know. Like, what has he made a huge jump from, last year to this year? Like, what has gotten better? I don't know. Like, he's doing the same stuff he's been doing. Still averaging 17, 8 and 8. Like, those is career numbers. I don't see no jump. There's not a jump. Like, I'm not seeing a jump. Then you have Kyle Lowry. Averaging 19, 5-7. I don't. To me, take those two players out. They don't belong. That's just my opinion. Now, if we're going off all the best players, if we're going off the best players in the league, should be in the All-Star game, correct? So, take those two players out, and let's add, I don't know, a certain shooting guard from the Washington Wizards who's been going crazy. Now let's just look at this. His career averages 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. That's his career average. This year he's averaging 29, 5, and 6. 29. Mind you, his career average is 20. This year he's averaging 29 points. And the person I'm talking about is Bradley Beal. How do you not make the All-Star game and you're averaging 29 points? I don't understand like the miscommunication here the coaches had when they said, hey, we're not gonna select Bradley Beal, even though he's going nuts, even though he's going crazy. 29, he's averaging 29 points. Like he's almost averaging 30 points. And he's not playing in the All-Star game. What are we doing? Like, where's the selection going? Like I said, once again, the winning teams. We always want to pick somebody whose team is winning and they're either in the playoffs or a playoff contender. Stop doing that. Quit. It don't make it. That don't make sense. Pick the best players for the All-Star game. The best players in the league. The players who are going crazy. Recognize them, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, let me select you because you're going crazy. So you deserve to be an All-Star. And like my homeboy told me the other day, he said, what should reflect is the All-NBA team should reflect the All-Star roster. And when he said that, I'm just thinking, I'm like, bro, that makes so much sense. Because those two rosters, like, they don't be adding up to the same people. Like the All-NBA team and then the All-Star roster, like, it don't be adding up to the same person. Why? Why is that though? NBA, I need to fix that. So the next person, like I said, take out Kyle, and you need to put in this guy. Like this guy he's going crazy this year, you know? Apparently the All-Star game is in Chicago. He actually plays for Chicago. So let's look again. His career average is 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. This year, he's averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. The person I'm talking about is Zach LaVine. Do you see these jumps like from career to regular season to right now? Like, why aren't you getting recognized for what you're doing? Like, that blocks, and it's crazy because, you know, when these big contracts and the free agency hits and they're trying to get these supermaxes, like, you know, that be messing with their money. Like, that messes with their money. Like, not making an All-Star game or not making an All-NBA team, like, that messes with their money. Like, and I'm going to just take another example. My homeboy told me yesterday when I was at work. So, y'all acknowledged last year, you acknowledged Kemba Walker. He was averaging like 25 or something. He made the All-Star team last year. He was going crazy. Cool. The Hornets didn't make the playoffs last year. They were trash. But because the All-Star game was in Charlotte, y'all recognize them. I don't see that. So, you know, I don't know if it's a glitch or whatever it is in the system. Like, y'all need to fix that. Like, yeah, that junk is messed up, man. Zach LaVine and Bradley Beals, they should definitely be all-stars, and Devin Booker. They all three, them three are the biggest snubs. They should be all-stars right now. Like, it's crazy to me. It's really mind-blowing. So, NBA, do me a huge favor, fix it. Cause I'm tired of looking at these folks that should be in there. They shouldn't be in the game, and they're at the game. Like, I would want to see the best players play an all-star game. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, let's talk about a trade. You know, the trade deadline is over with tomorrow, February the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. 3rd, Monday, 4th. Yeah, tomorrow. Trade deadline is over tomorrow, February 6th. So just looking to see what happens, you know. The first huge trade, I ain't gonna say huge, but you know, the first like trade, interesting trade that just happened is, let me get all the information for y'all. So the first interesting trade that just happened is, it's a 4-team trade. So the Rockets, they sent Clint Capella and Nene to the Atlanta Hawks. The Rockets get Robert Covington and Jordan Bell. The Nuggets, they get Gerald Green and Houston Rockets first round pick. And the Timberwolves, they get Malik Beasley, Evan Turner, Jorge Gomez, and the Hawks first round pick. I mean, I guess, you know, the Rockets, I don't know if this is a good trade or bad trade. You know, the Rockets, they trying to run small. They trying to be small. I guess they're going to put PJ Tucker at the 5. Man, he only like 6'5", 6'6". So I don't know what they think being small is going to do. You know, all they want to do is run and gun anyway and shoot threes. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I think they're trying to get another center. I just seen not too long ago that the Rockets and the Knicks are discussing a trade for Taj Gibson. So we don't know how true that is. So we'll just see, you know, from the time frame from here until tomorrow. You know, I'll keep y'all, well, not updated, but, you know, when I drop the next episode, I will have all the information in the news. So on this trade, I don't know like who gets good grades or whatever, but I can say the Hawks, they came out kind of, you know, good. You know, they got rid of an expiring contract with Evan Turner. So they got a center. You know, they wanted an athletic big, so they got it. They ain't got to look at Andre Drummond no more. You know, Clint Capella's already paid. To me, I think Clint Capella and Trae Young, they could do some damage. They'll work great in the pick and roll. That can open up some things up, definitely. The Rockets got what they wanted. They wanted a wing defender and Robert Covington. He's definitely gonna help them out real big. He's the 3-and-D type of player. He's big. He's like 6'7", 6'8". He can guard all positions. He can shoot the 3. He can get to the cup. That's definitely gonna benefit them. That's something they wanted to do. The Nuggets, they get Gerald Green. Obviously, he's injured right now, so I don't know how that's gonna work. He's on an expiring contract. Timberwolves get Malik Beasley. I don't know how they're gonna use him. Evan Turner definitely not getting used. They're definitely Timberwolves are definitely trying to heat up some picks and trying to package a deal so they can get them a point guard. They need a point guard right now. You know, they traded away Jeff Teague. They don't have a point guard right now. It's crazy. They really trying to do everything in their power to get D'Lo. I don't know if they are going to be able to get D'Lo, but that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to team up. D'Lo and Karl Anthony Towns together, which to me that'd be a good fit. I could see D'Lo being there and like going crazy. Him and Karl Anthony Towns going crazy. They did say if any of those trades for D'Lo do happen, they are gonna send Andrew Wiggins to the Warriors. I would too. Like Andrew Wiggins has been the same person every single year. There's no huge jumps in the points per game, the assists or rebounds or nothing like that. I just don't feel as though like he has gotten any better. He had so much potential when he was coming out of Kansas. Like I'm thinking like, okay, boom, you come out of Kansas, like, yo, he's so athletic. All you gotta do is learn how to shoot. Like you can be a lockdown defender. Like you could be a really good two-way player if you work at it. But I don't think he never wanted to work at it. I don't think he had the drive or the hunger. Like I said, he's the same player. To me, ain't nothing gotten. I don't think nothing got better. Like that's just my aspect of it. Like he ain't getting no better than me. So it's just, it is what it is. And the last topic of the day is, who are we gonna see in the NBA Finals? My selection, of course, are the Lakers, which is my team. If you haven't seen my last episode, you know why it's my team. So, excuse me. The Lakers versus, I want to say Milwaukee. That's just how I want to say that. I'm not too fond of Milwaukee because, Kawhi kind of exposed Giannis. He didn't expose him, but he really locked him up. So I really could see Milwaukee coming out the East. Because Philly, Joel and Ben, I don't know if they mesh well. Somebody needs to go. I don't know who, but they don't seem like they mesh well to me. Then y'all gave Tobias Harris all that money, 5 year, $170 million. I don't know why y'all gave him a max contract like that. He's not deserving of that. That's just my opinion. He only averages 17 points, something like that. He's not a good fit to Philly. I don't know. That team is just they're big, but I don't know. There's just something about that team. If not Milwaukee make it, I can see Boston. Boston going. I like that team. Boston has Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kimba, Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they the same person. They can guard, 1 through 4. Then you got Kimba. He ain't always looking for a shot. He got teammates now, so he's good. So I can really see either Boston or I'm gonna say Milwaukee getting there. The Heat, they're a great team. Right now, I just don't see them making that hump because Jimmy has a lot of young players on his team, and he would have to really get them focused and prepared for the playoff push. I see them being an early out, either first or second round, something like that. I don't see them making it. They need another piece. I don't know what they need, but they need one more person. They get one more person, they're gonna be really, really scary. They'll be really scary, I'm telling you. And of course, my Lakers. My Lakers, I think when the playoff time comes, LeBron is gonna snap into that mode, but I think he's gonna snap into another mode, a mode we haven't never seen LeBron before. We probably have. He probably was gonna snap into that mode when he was in Miami when they was playing against Boston. I know everybody sees that meme where he's looking mean, he didn't talk that whole day, that whole game. He had 45 and 15 in 3 quarters when he was playing against Boston. That was the series was 3-2. So they needed that game to win to go back to Miami. Came up clutch, and everybody say LeBron's not clutch. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what I see. I see the Lakers and the Bucks. I don't believe that the Clippers. I don't think the Clippers have enough. That's just me. Paul George, he's very streaky. Kawhi's gonna get his. Kawhi is Kawhi. Can't nobody stop Kawhi. Kawhi knows how to find the spots, get to where he needs to get to. He does a great job at that. He can defend well. But like I said, I don't think Paul George is always going to be there to help him out. Like, he's a very streaky person. Like, he might give you like 35 one game, but the next game he only might have like 12 or 13, 15 points, something like that. So I don't think that's going to work out. And the Lakers, they just have too much. Can't nobody guard Anthony Davis. You know, LeBron, he's going to get his, and then when you get everybody involved, they just become that much better. So, yeah. And then hopefully, you know, the Lakers, they're trying to snag. Rumors have it that they're trying to either get Derrick Rose or I heard, this is like a big rumor though, but I heard Zach LaVine. I say go for Derrick Rose. Don't try to get Zach LaVine. I don't want to pull Zach LaVine to be that third option, which would be, if they did get him, it would be cool, but I don't think they let him go. Like, that's their core piece right there. That's their franchise player. So he's not going nowhere. But Derrick Rose, I can really see him coming, playing back with LeBron again. Derrick Rose can give us that push, that extra push off the bench. Like, he can control the whole bench. He's averaging like 17, 18 right now. So if he come out the bench and give us that, boy, go crazy. Because Rondo, you do not have it no more. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. You know you ain't got it no more neither. It is what it is, bro. You're a playmaker. You're a great playmaker. You can get to the cup. You play a little defense here and there, but I don't like. You can't score when you want to. Like, you can't get a bucket. Like, they'll be like, boom. Like, I need you to get a bucket. Like, you can't do that. Like, you're trying to get everybody else involved. Like D Rose, you're gonna look for a shot first before you get anybody involved. If he got a shot, he taking it. And that's what we need. We need somebody to get points off the bench who's gonna be consistent. So when LeBron and AD both got to sit out, like, we know, okay, Derrick Rose in the game. Like, he's going to keep us afloat. We need that person that's going to keep us afloat. Not, oh my gosh, AD and LeBron are out of the game. Now it's like, they're down. You can have a 20-point lead. Now it's down to a 10-point lead. Now I got to sub somebody back in just to stay back afloat. We don't want that. We need them to get their rest so they can come back in the fourth quarter or third quarter and they can just go crazy. But we definitely need that. So hopefully we get D Rose. That's all I have for y'all today. The link will be in the description down below for the Podbean. If you don't have Podbean right now, download Podbean. It's free. You can listen to my podcast. It's on there for free. Make sure y'all follow me on my Podbean if you download it. Same thing, RayOnReplay. I have the link in the description down below. You can click on that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all like, y'all share. Just keep being with me on this journey, man. I ain't stopping, man. Like, just continue to grind, continue to do what I like to do. Like, this is what I like to do. I like to talk about sports. I got some other events coming up. Well, it won't just, be me. Be interacting with other people. So that'll be good. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to be here, man. Sports is me. So y'all stay tuned for more episodes. Stay tuned for this episode. It's about to it's gonna drop. And more episodes coming soon, man. And the episodes, turn on your post notifications, because I'm gonna tell you the episodes are gonna drop. Now I have a day and a specific time. So the episodes are gonna drop every Monday at 9 a.m. So make sure you turn on your post notifications as soon as it drops. Watch the video, like it, share it, comment, please comment. Give me your views on it, your takes, like I said, what other things can I talk about? Give me some of your views on, you know, your teams, or how do you think things went in a certain games, or, you know, just interact. Like, just let me know. So make sure you turn on post notifications. Like I said, podcasts will drop on Mondays at 9 a.m. Every Monday at 9 a.m. So I make sure that I got that locked. You know what I'm saying? Ray on Replay. I'm out, man.